Subscribe to Amcode and ring the notification bell to get the latest content.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to get our hands dirty and have some hands-on exercise on the Apache Spark streaming. So we have seen all about the basics of Apache Spark streaming and the fundamental in the architecture and how it works and process the real-time data under the hood. So here we are going to just simulate the real-time scenario where we will be pushing some data from the command line itself, but you can also have a streaming source as well. So if you have some data coming in real time, then you also consume that as well efficiently using this code. So without further ado, let's get into it. So building the Spark streaming application, you have to understand that it is pretty similar to your existing data frame as well as the Spark SQL operations that you do. So it also has the Spark session created and the process is also similar. So we'll just go over how to create your Spark streaming application. So the first step here is you have to import the required modules which are necessary down the line in your application. After that, the next step would be like creating a Spark session. So here we are creating a Spark session and giving the app name as a Spark stream because it makes sense, right? So after that, you have to define the input source here. Input source is pretty important because your Spark application should know from where it has to listen for the real-time data. So here we are going to use the read stream operation here. So in Spark data frame or in the batch mode, we have the spark.read method. But here for creating this data frame, you have to use the spark.read stream method instead. And the format will be the socket because we are going to use the socket connection to push some data locally to any port, and our Spark application will listen to that port and processes the data as per our logic. So this is a word cloud example. Let me show you how. So here we are going to give the option as the host, which is the local host, since we are using our local machine to push the data, and here we have the port as 9999. So basically from the command prompt we can just publish some data into this port and our Spark application will just listen to this connection and then consumes that data and process it in real time. So here, as you can see, we got to transform our data. So basically, once we receive the data, so I'll just submit some data from the command line to this port. And once you got a hold of the data, then we have to select it and split it according to the values. And here we are going to just convert them into the words. And once you have got a hold on these words, we can just simply get the count of the published words. But it will do that for a certain window that we are going to see as well how it takes the argument. So once we get the count of the published words using the count operation, so these are basically this group by and the count operations are common between the batch data, which is data frame operation, as well as the streaming operation. So once you got hold of this, you have the counts in the counts, and here there is a very important aspect to it to make this system fault tolerant. So here we have the checkpoint directory here. So checkpoint directory will store all the progress of your Spark application, Spark streaming application, and if by any reason if your job fails in between and if you have to start the execution, it will start from that moment where it got failed. It will not start your application from the initial stage. So it is very important to make this system fault tolerant and not lose any data down the line. So here for that purpose, we are going to use the checkpoint directory, which is nothing but in a C drive, and we have created a checkpoint folder there. So before running this application, just go ahead to the C drive and create a folder named as checkpoint. You can choose any path as you require. So here all you have to do is for streaming the data, or we can say start the streaming application with the necessary configuration. So here comes the configuration which will define how our Spark application will behave. So here, as you can see, we are going to use the write stream operation on top of our counts data frame. So here we have to use the write stream. So as you already know, in the batch mode, we use the write operation, which is nothing but data frame.write. But here we have to use the data frame.write stream for streaming the data and write it back to our source. And here the format will be console here. So which means that it will get the data into console. So in console, we will able to visualize that data, but you can also dump that data in some location or else any external data sources. So here we have to just give the output mode, which is nothing but a complete, and you can give and you can also customize it as per your requirement. So here we got a trigger operation, which nothing but defines the processing time of it, which is we have set it as 1 second, but you can play around with it as per your requirement. And here we have the option for defining our checkpoint directory. So here we have used the checkpoint location and given the checkpoint directory which is present in the C folder. And we are just passing our streaming query and we are just passing the await termination. So until and unless we terminate it, it will continue reading the data from that particular source, which is nothing but our socket connection, and process the data in real time. So once you are ready, we can just go ahead and first start our command prompt. So here we'll just go ahead and give like the command prompt here, and we have to use our ncat tool to publish the data to this port. So we can use the ncat operation -l and the port is 9999. So once you just start it, we can just publish the data right away, and you can just minimize it and start your application here so that it will listen to that port which is 9999 for the incoming data. So just execute this. So it will have some warnings here. So as you can see, the Spark session is getting created, and there you go. It has started executing our application. So it is just waiting for any data to be published. So in the command line, we'll just pass some data. So in the command line, we'll just pass some data. So here we are just passing Spark operation here multiple times. Also the streaming, Spark, tutorial, data engineering. So basically it will listen to this port. So once you publish this, it will process the data in real time and give us the output, which is nothing but a count of word for that particular time period or the particular time window. So this is how you can build your own streaming platform to able to process the data in real time. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any difficulties, just let me know in the comments and we can discuss it further.
So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next lecture.